Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Draugen. Uh, we are here, and the entity and Lissie just disappeared and left us alone. Well, that's what Edward wanted, really, and so that happened. So, first, before we actually start playing, you gotta excuse me, cause I woke up 10 minutes ago. My voice might sound a little harsh. I just had my first sip of the coffee, and also there might be a lot of noises of the cars from outside, cause it's kinda the rush hour time. So, with that out of the way, I think we are ready to start playing the game. So, first of all,
Lissie.
I'm gonna call for Lissie once more and just, I don't know, search the place up, but I don't think I'll find anything. Because to be honest, the way they left was pretty magnificent. I mean, the entity, the angel statue thing, and Lissie itself appearing and disappearing every time, like once per second, wasn't listening to us. After all, Edward was kinda screwed up. He was kinda talking crap. But at the same time,
Please.
you shouldn't be expecting much from Edward. I mean, much from me, if we're role-playing here. Because the mind's crooked, mate. The mind is crooked. So, something is telling me that we will find dead body in here. But let's see. Let's wait until we find the key or something to that door. Okay. Okay, we just jumped to day 5. That was unexpected. I thought I needed to find Lissie and the entity. Although I think they can be easily found in my mind if I search enough. But
Betty?
somebody's in our house.
Elizabeth? Is that you?
Okay, now we have the coat and the gloves and the scarf and the hat. All set on the mannequin.
Are you upstairs?
First, you know what we need to do. We need to look in the mirror. We're worse than we ever was. Not really. Our face hasn't really changed much since last time I saw it. Actually, I think it kinda got better. Let's open this up. Like that. Now we need to go up
Betty,
because
I'm coming.
the room I was talking about. So what will
Betty?
we find here?
Betty? Are you in there? Open the door.
Open the damn door. Let's slam it.
Coming in. Stand away from the door.
Edward, you have no strength. Okay, that was a crow.
Betty?
And that's a human
No.
being.
No. Oh. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Who are
I thought
you?
It was you, Betty. But who?
Edward,
Anna.
little teddy bear. You are screwed up, mate. You are screwed up. Finding somebody dead and thanking somebody that it's not Betty and having that done a couple of times already. That's screwed up, mate. That's screwed up. So this is Anna, the house owner. Okay, what do we have here? I think like this room is like, I don't know what happened here. How did the crow even get here?
You said this was a gift from another unlucky suitor.
But he would not, he believes, have left this lighter here by accident. He knows it's a sentimental breadcrumb,
It was
I
precious
guess.
to you. He wouldn't have left it here unless... A signpost. A breadcrumb.
Delving
What's so
lower
important
into the
about
madness.
Fretlands? I will figure this out. I will find you. I promise.
And what's up with the fog outside? Like, I can't see anything at all. Now, we have a letter here.
It's from Johann, addressed to his wife.
And what does it say? Distraught handwriting. Edward is keenly aware of penmanship, and he notices the query lines and numerous mistakes. This is the work of a man in great distress. He thinks a man at his wits' end. Let's go with this one.
Did you notice the handwriting, Betty? He was clearly distraught. Knock ere knock. Enough is enough. After decades of strife, I pray that God will... Tilly, forgive me. I am tired of secrets.
Are you about
For
to...
20 years I've kept my silence about our discovery, but my silence has only led to misfortune.
Okay, I thought you would
And
just say
my
that you killed your wife,
cowardice
but okay.
has only led to death. I will make Frederick pay for what he has done to us, for what they have done to our Ruth. When it is over, I will let the ocean take me to you and Ruth. May God forgive me. And I was already dead when he wrote this. He had no one else to confess to. What now, Betty? Johann went to confront his brother, probably at Frederick's farm.
And then what?
And then?
And then what?
You followed Johann to Frederick Fretland's farm, and then to the mine. You wouldn't let this go, Betty. You'd follow your story to the end. All the way to the end.
So, next destination is the mine, you say? 'Cause I'd go for a little mining right now. No problem at all. It's just that I kinda miss Alice, 'cause her jokes and stuff made me laugh.
So where is Frederick's farm?
But I guess, like Edward, I can imagine that she's here. So, Alice, how are you doing, my little girl? How are you doing? So, how's it been in my mind? How's it been, the teleporting and stuff? Did you like it? Was it good enough? Where are you, though? Okay.
Gate.
I kinda really miss
Frederick's
you.
warning.
Alice, Lissie.
Path leads to his farm.
I mean, I know you're watching from like, far beyond, or maybe just watching like right next to me from my eyes. But
Led you to this place.
could you please come back to like
These fragments.
talk about things?
You'd piece them together into a story, wouldn't you, Betty?
You'd call me
So,
teddy bear
What do we know?
or old bean, and I'd be mad. At the heart of the all, there are two brothers separated but equal. Frederick.
Johann and Frederick are partners, and on good terms. Something happens in the mine. Disagreements lead to a falling out.
You
And
think?
at the end of it all, 20 years later, Johann walks this path to confront Frederick.
Confront about what, though? That's the mystery we have.
Was this your doing, Johann? Did you burn your brother's farm to the ground? And where were you, Betty? Did you witness their fall?
It's all about Betty. Forever and ever, it will be all about Betty. Nothing about Alice. Unlock the safe. But we need to know the combination first, so... I don't think Edward, as a scholar, has the skills to crack the safe open. So... Can we, like, guess the combination? It doesn't seem so. So what's our next step? What's our next step? What's our next step? The next step is to go down from here because it's rainy as hell. And then, let's check this place out. Which we can't go in. And
Betty?
let's call for Betty just for the sake of it.
Are you here, Betty? Betty!
Yay, Betty. No, she's not here. We have a barn or something here, like storage place, I guess, or something like that. And a big structure here, which is closed and we can't go in. Again, we have tombstones. This is kind of a newly dug one. Simon Fritland.
Simon's grave.
1709-1923.
Born December 5th, 1909. Died
That's a day
September
away from my
17th,
birthday.
1923. The safe. Frederick would choose numbers that meant something to him.
So of course he would choose a Simon's
Why
birth
bury
date or the
Simon
death date.
here, and not at the cemetery? If the village blamed him for Ruth's death, I could really use your imagination, Betty. You'd figured this out in no time.
Well, Edward, just think that Betty's in your mind, and then you can have her imagination with you. So the problem solved. Margaret Fritland, 1804-1880, died 5/5 December 1909. 1909, okay. So the next step is to actually try the combination of the safe, the birth of Simon, or the death of Simon, or something Simon. Unlock the goddamn safe and find something here. Simon's birthday.
Let's try Simon's birthday.
Lo and behold, it opened. Pick the thing up.
Another Viking artifact, Betty.
The roof,
Most likely from the same treasure Ruth found.
yeah, the roof one, and a paper.
Postmarked in Boston. That's a curious coincidence.
It is.
Dear Frederick, I hope this letter, it's in English, Betty. Hope this letter finds you and the boy in good health. We're concerned about you both. No word from you for almost 2 years now. All of us still heartbroken about Margaret's passing. We know things have been difficult for you and Simon.
Okay, strange enough, and what's that?
Mr. Fretland, we expect you to take care of this problem. If the discovery is made public, the authorities will intervene and the mine will be shut down. Should this happen, we will consider it a breach of our contract, and we will withdraw our investment. You and your brother will be responsible for all debts and losses. Johann must be convinced to wall up the chamber. We have already dealt with the worker who made the discovery.
And finally, a key.
The Fretland Mining Company. I wonder what this unlocks.
I'd bet it's something about the mine.
You went to the mine. I hope our guardian angel watched over you. You're at the mine, aren't you?
You mean the entity? You're telling me
Alright,
that
Betty.
the...
So what happens next in your story?
what on earth to cause this avalanche of misfortune? What triggered such bad disagreement between brothers?
Johann and Frederick discover something in the mine. A cave or chamber of archaeological value. They argue about what to do. If the discovery is made public, it's the end of their enterprise. Johann is convinced or paid to walk away. Their secret
And?
stays hidden. Then, a few months later, The accident. 3 men die. The investors pull out. The mine
Mine
shuts
shuts
down.
down.
Frederick's up to his neck in debt.
And now they need money. Is that so?
Cursed mine in Gravik.
Grovik.
Locals struggle with bad crops and livestock deaths and blame it on... They thought they were cursed because of the mine. A thing like that becomes self-fulfilling. If you believe you're cursed, every misfortune feeds the delusion.
It does. But that coming from you, Edward, is a strange phenomenon, my friend. It's a strange phenomenon. And I'm gonna stop at that because it's kind of stranger than I said it, but at the same time. By the way, Entity, how are you doing, mate? How are you doing? What's new? Are you watching?
So, 20 years pass.
And the curse.
Frontland feud tears the village apart, setting neighbor against neighbor.
And
Then, Ruth stumbles across the secret in the mine. After all this time, the truth may finally come to light, but she dies. And the day after, Simon is murdered. It's a catalyst.
you think?
Old grievances resurface. No matter who you stand with, you're a traitor. Things escalate. More people die. From disease, despair, suicides, murder.
Edward, just wait before you find something. You are going too much into details which you don't really know. So, could you please take it easy for
All
some
because of the
time?
mine.
Okay, not.
Because of what they found there. And what they covered up.
Yes.
There was no one to stop it, Betty. They were alone. That's the real curse of Grovik. Isolation.
Okay, where am I going? Actually, am I going in the right direction or not? Well, I heard a crow, so that kind of means
This
that.
place is cursed. Ridiculous.
So that means that we are going on the right path. So let's go in. First, let's pick this up. It's the toy's head, the Ruth's toy's head.
Ruth was here the day she fell. You were here, Betty. You saw Ruth. Maybe you tried to help, but she ran all the way to the cliff where...
How would Betty be here?
what
You
happened,
wrote,
Betty?
you read
Did you
the
witness it?
letters. You know that she hasn't arrived yet here. I might be completely wrong, but at the same time, saying that Betty was here watching Ruth is kind of going
Hello?
too far.
Betty, are you in there? Please answer me.
Don't burn yourself. You are going into a mine which hasn't been open for a long time, and thing is, it might crush you. We have a pickaxe and we have. Okay, let me guess. We need to grab the pickaxe, and we need to go inside, or we just need to
Oh, Betty.
take
This
this
is-
thing.
Mother's brooch. You always wore this. You wouldn't take it off unless...
Unless it was a breadcrumb, right,
left it here
Edward?
for a reason.
Oh, of course, Edward.
What am I not seeing?
Of course. Oh, Edward, I think you're not seeing, like, too many things. I think you're not seeing anything, mate. I think you're playing blind. I think you're playing blind. And as I said, don't let it crush you. But it made you crush it. Press run now. This was a very bad time to sip the coffee. Was it? Run, 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 run. This isn't running, Edward. Run. You made it out. In the cursed place. Edward! Edward!
Elizabeth? Is that you?
Don't tell me we actually found Betty though.
I'm on my way, Betty. Wait for me. I'm here, Betty. It's Edward. It's me. Edward! Stay where you are.
Betty!
I'm coming.
I know you aren't really there, but at the same time, please don't go any farther. I'm running as fast as I can.
Stay put, Betty. I'm coming for you.
Betty, if it's really you gotta do me some, like a lot of explaining.
Edward, please, hurry!
Cause where were you all the time I was searching for you? I would say I and Alice, but I bet you couldn't see Alice, so open the goddamn thing. The fog here isn't helping at all. It isn't helping at all. Betty! Where did you go now? Farther up.
Just stay put. I'm on my way.
I'm on my way, Betty. You are in the Fretland's house, ain't you?
Edward, hurry!
I'm here.
Don't move! I'm coming for you!
Edward, is that you? I'm in here.
Thank God.
You're the
Thank
mannequin,
God.
ain't you?
Elizabeth! There you are. Finally.
Of course that's Elizabeth.
You have no idea how long I've been looking for you. You had me so worried. I Look. Your brooch. Mother's brooch. You must have lost it at the mine.
Of course, Edward, that was Betty.
I
Of
wouldn't want you
course.
to lose it again.
Okay, the colors.
She's been dead for 30 years, Edward. Elizabeth was never here. But we didn't come for her. We came for Johann, and Anna, and Frederick, and Simon, and Ruth. We're here to tell their stories.
No. Elizabeth. She's here.
You know Betty died when she was a baby. She drowned in the pond.
Okay,
And
Edward.
you found her. You were just 11. You carried her to your mother. And your mother,
She hated you for that.
she could never forgive you for bringing her baby to her. And you could never forgive yourself for what she did after. You always forget this. Because you don't want to be alone. So you bring Betty back. Again and again. To New York. To Boston.
No, Grovik.
To the house. But always just out of reach. Never quite there. The scent of her. The echo of her. But never really her. And all it does is make you lonelier. But the thing is, Edward, you're never alone.
You have us.
And you'll always have us.
Says the entity and Lissie who
Betty's-
do not exist.
She was never there for you. She couldn't be. You can't lose us. We're a part of you.
Forever. And ever. And ever.
But you need to let Betty go now. There's not room for all of us in there.
I couldn't save you, Elizabeth. I'm so sorry.
To my biggest fan, with best wishes, Greta Grainer.
It is as painful to wake from a vision as it is to be born anew.
Day 6. We actually have another day here. So we wake up as we did for the past couple of days here. We found the mannequin, but now it has colorless old clothes on. But before that we need to look inside the mirror, of course. Okay. Sad face. Touch it. Actually don't.
Bye, Betty.
That's not Betty. Then we leave, I guess. There's...
Alice!
I'm right outside.
I guess there's nothing to be done here, and even though I would like to explore the house once more and find out more stuff about it,
Are you up? Come outside. It's a beautiful day.
I don't really want to. I don't really want to stay in the
noodle juice
house.
yet?
I might be weaned off the stuff.
Boo. Don't lose your taste for tea, old fruit. It keeps you human.
Does it though?
We have unfinished business.
We do?
The final piece of the puzzle.
Ruth.
Come on. Let's go back to where it started. We have an appointment with a ghost.
Let's go. Guess. If that's why we actually came here, then let's go and have an appointment with a ghost.
Such an amazing view, isn't it?
It is.
And the
It
air.
is. You know it is, because you know how much I was amazed by it when we first came here. Don't sit so close to
That
the
sure is
thing,
something.
Alice. I know that you can't die,
What
but
did you want to
still at
show
the same
me?
time.
Come sit down.
And you want me to sit down too? Sit.
Why did we come here, Teddy?
To Grovik. Well,
Well, 'cause Grovik.
some places have gravity.
What are you saying? Gravewick's gravity pulled us across the Atlantic Ocean?
Grovik. No, I'm not saying that. That's irrational.
Oh, of
But
course,
you believe
Edward.
it, don't you? That we were summoned to tell their story.
The letter to Frederick.
The one you found in his safe. From Boston.
I may have overheard a conversation
Somewhere.
Paid it no attention, but the name stuck. And Betty... And I spun a story around it that put us on this path.
Do you really believe that? I mean, how often are you around people?
I don't know, mate. I don't know, Alice, 'cause I think I'm not that.
To find my sister.
But Betty's not. She was never here.
I'm not that often.
It doesn't make sense.
I'm a man of science. I don't know what to believe.
And yet, here we are. All three of us.
Is this what you wanted to show me?
I wanted to be close to her. Do you believe in ghosts, Edward?
You know I don't.
Well,
Not
you've been
really.
chasing one for years.
That's different.
What about me? Us.
You're not ghosts. You're alive.
Of course
Fair
they are.
So what really happened to Ruth?
I don't know. Maybe it was just an accident.
I believe it was an accident.
How? What happened?
Your guess is as good as mine.
All right, she ran from the mine and came here. And then,
Then,
was she afraid? What made her run?
oh, I don't know. Maybe Maybe she saw something at the mine.
Something spooked her.
She saw Betty and... No, that's impossible. It was someone, or something else. So she ran here. Why not home? She
Your
couldn't
guess
go
is
home.
as good as mine.
Or she didn't want to. She felt safe here. This was her happy place.
Maybe.
And then... If only Ruth had wings, like an angel, she could have flown straight to heaven. I hope
That's
she's
sad.
at peace. And with God. Do you think that's where everyone's gone?
They're just gone,
dead.
Alice. They're just
I don't
gone.
believe there's anything more to it than that. But there's comfort in oblivion, and we won't be alone. We'll never know what happened to everyone in Grovik.
We tried our best. We'll remember them. All of them. Maybe that will give them some peace in oblivion.
Maybe.
Could this be your book, Edward? The one you've been wanting to write? A story about people who are isolated, left behind by the world.
Maybe it is, you know. Maybe it is, Alice,
You can
if you
give 'em all
actually
a
help
proper
me to write it.
With no annoying
Maybe
loose
it
threads.
is.
Edward, is that?
A boat? But how?
Who cares? Let's catch it before it sets out on another adventure.
Of course, who cares, Lissie?
I don't understand how this can be.
Draugen
Nobody
got tired of
does.
sailing around in it and brought it back to us.
It must have been the wind.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, teddy bear. Let's blouse
Well.
while the weather's still good.
I need my suitcase.
So get a wiggle on, old boy. I'm going to say my goodbyes to all the things. I don't think we'll be back. Meet you at the house.
My goodness.
Aye. And of course she teleported.
Righty-ho. No rush. We have all day.
Well, I'm kinda rushing, cause I don't know what might happen. And I think I'm going the wrong way, so... that too. Oh no, I'm not. That's a lot of sadness in one episode. That's a lot of sadness. But although I might be a little sad from the story and I might not want to talk about it much, I still want to see what's left for us in this game and what's left. Hey
Come on,
Alice.
Teddy. Pack your things.
Okay.
I'll meet you by the boat.
Do you never sit still?
She doesn't
Appropriate wood.
ever.
Let's make like the wind and get out of here.
You forgot to call me Old Bean, Alice. Well, we can go now. Without even looking at whatever Edward thinks was Betty. Okay, what happened? Now we can have a little stroll down the path and we can jump on the boat and sail away like
Come on, let's go.
we
Row,
came.
Teddy, row.
Push. But my God, it's still beautiful here.
The
It
water's
still is
still
beautiful.
cold.
It's a fjord, Lissie, and it's almost winter.
There'll be snow when we get back to Hanover.
The house will be warm.
It will.
Are we going to be all right, Edward?
You tell
I
me.
think so.
You tell me. Just keep on calling me things, and we'll live happily. Now, I hope they do return. I hope they do actually return and be in another game which I can play. Cause, well, guess this is the end of the series, and only thing I'm gonna say about the game is that it was short, but it was good nonetheless. And I think this is gonna be one of my most favorite games of the year. That's all. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it, cause I really did. And like it if you did, actually. Leave a like. Subscribe if you wanna see more. I'm gonna be back playing something else soon. And comment if you have any feedback or if you have any opinions about the game itself, what it lacked, what it didn't lack. I think it was a good game with no likes whatsoever. Maybe some, but I can't think about them right now. And that being said, as always, gonna catch you later. Bye.